Yeah, how's it going today? It's 13th of February, Tuesday, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities are available. Let's take a look at next project, right? That would be Sanctuary, Shattered Sun. Let's take a look at this project and see how it can potentially work with team, right? Depending, let's try to break it down this project. Let's do something different, right? So all the videos not necessarily would be the same. Let's take a look at team size, perhaps if there would be perhaps some of the milestones. Let's try to delve a little bit deeper into the project. Sanctuary Shattered Sun, fully simulated combat, epic scale, unprecedented control. Okay, unnecessary words. Large scale, and you can potentially control everything, right? Strategic zoom and flex economy. Okay. So there's some aspects of economy within the game, which is great. I'm interested. Let's progress fast. How we can uh, work together with the team if we could. And there's an option for people who haven't already wishlist this game. So as of now, I don't think it's live. I think it's gonna be live soon. Let's take a look at that a little bit in just a second. Even yesterday I had a phone call. That's a side note, right? Yesterday I had a phone call. We were talking about Kickstarter. There's different programs that will be government's programs where you can potentially, or your business, have access to a lot of people where you not necessarily would need to pay for a lot of time. Government perhaps subsidize some of the cost, right? Depending the previous programs they had run for up to 6 months or so. So some of the programs where you can potentially have access to a lot of people, right? So let's say 20 people if you would need to for 6 months, and they can do if they are interested in developing 3D arts, visual arts, audio, video, there's similar things. So perhaps a website development for 6 months or something. People in return would gain some experience, and some of the people do not have jobs, right, or would be considered economically inactive, right? Depending on the region, it can be up to 50,000 people in some of the regions within the UK where people not necessarily would do anything. That I would say it's close to 10% across the country, but either way, so there would be programs launched by the government. Some of those programs what they call Kickstarter, right? So that would be helping people to get into a groove of working on or doing things and or gaining experience, and business might be interested in creating this opportunities for professionals, right? Let's take a look at timeline for this project, right? So something that have started 2020, right? So Kickstarter, so to say, right? So if you have to subsidize this project for 4 years, today's 2024, right? February, and if it's something September 2020, right? And it's not live yet, and they have some milestones in place, so that's good. That means perhaps team managing this project on top of things, so to say, and they have set targets and what they're looking to achieve and how they're looking to approach this project. I don't know as of now the size of the team. We can take a look at that as well, right? But that would be a potential way of getting things done and setting some of the milestones that example of a milestone that can be environment, can be characters or models within a game. It could be visuals, it could be mechanics in a game, it could be securing partnerships with publishers, many things. That's an example of the milestones. How to set those, how to work towards those, as well as increasing number of people within the team or other people, and or different mechanics. So if it was campaign, you can progress into skirmish and player versus player, many things, right? An example of a milestone. So it's something that this organization is working on. I always think about solving completely different problems, right? That is just an example of some of the models, right? I was thinking about real world applications and how to solve very particular problems, right? So if I was to build anything in the real world and that model have issues with balancing itself, if weight distribution would be too high, the way how you would balance that distribution by improving way how you would be looking to distribute weight and so many things, but that's not necessarily related to the game. But either way, so people who are building some of those models, myself coming into this, right? So that will be more of the engineering side of things, If anything, that would be just some of the models within the game, right? Real world applications, right? So if you would like to increase weight and perhaps balancing the model itself, that's real world applications, right? You will need to extend legs, as well as when you extend the legs, you need to still think about many things, right? How you're gonna be balancing and many things. But either way, I like the way how some of the people would be thinking about some of this problem. I don't know as of now if there's a real mechanical walking applications, but perhaps that will be just progression, right? So where people might share some ideas, and from there, concepts bring it into reality, and how this concept can look like in the real world, right? That will be just an example. Let's take a look at some of the stats, right? And how many people are working for this organization? That we for 11, 13, 17 or so, perhaps even more, 17 people. And since September 2020, so about close to 4 years, perhaps just under 4 years, projects haven't been launched yet, right? So someone needs to pay salaries, all those kind of things. And so just try to think about how you can raise enough money to cover all the cost of development of the project, right? Myself coming into some of the thoughts, right? So it's just something to think about for many people. So when entering any project, there's a risk involved, right? Let's see how we can chart a team, perhaps with the opportunity of working together. Some of the team members, perhaps they came in, just something that I'm reading right now, right? They came in, perhaps they developed a trailer, right? So perhaps 20 hours, 30 hours, about some of the members, perhaps marketing. That would be ongoing. Perhaps the person would need a contract for about 3 or 4 years, where they would develop all the strategies and everything. Are we gonna be interested in launching a project, right? That would be just an example, right? For fun, right? Things that I would like to ask is how much it costs as of now, this kind of project, right? And how much this project will need to make launch week, as well as within the next 2 years or so, to cover. Can they break even, and how much, and how we manage to organize this project? That's something I would like to ask. Answer doesn't really matter. If anything, let's see how we can establish partnership, right? So we can develop similar or next gen games, right? If the team is interested. That was just an example of a template, how I'm gonna be looking to reach out to the team and or understand the working together, right? I haven't read this template. It might be good, might be bad. I might need to make some changes if I'm interested in reaching out to the team, right? I'll be looking to accomplish perhaps partnership. That would be great, and progress from there. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.